Hello all. Today we are going to discuss an experimentation regarding how to implement a voice-based home automation using Node MCU with the help of certain clouds, the cloud platforms such as Google Assistant, IO Adafruit and IFTTT. So for this particular experimentation, what we require? So initially our requirement is we require a Node MCU IT development board, the breadboard on which we are going to mount all these associated interfacing components, electronic relays, lamp or LED, the buzzer, a battery if required, and the software content, cloud platform such as a Google Assistant. So I am using a Google Assistant mobile app on my Android application. IFTTT is a kind of online IoT cloud platform, and IO Adafruit. These are the two supporting cloud platforms we needed, and the respective connecting cables. Now let us talk about how we can go for the implementation of this particular experimentation. So what we needed first, so I will be going for here two respective cloud platforms. The very first is IO Adafruit, io.adafruit.com. So initially you need to create your credential. So once you log on to this particular portal, you need to go to the dashboard, and under this dashboard you are getting an option as actions. So you need to click on this action button and click on create a new dashboard. So here you need to provide the name of your respective dashboard. So I am providing here voice operated home automation. So depends on the voice commands provided, the respective appliances can be turn it on or turn it off. Okay, so the description you can write it, this is the optional thing. I am clicking on a create. Now once I click on the create, it will generate the respective dashboard. So simply click on it. So voice operated home automation, and now you'll be getting certain options under this particular dashboard. Okay, what we are interested in, we need to here create new different blocks. I need to import it to perform these actions. So what I am going to do, I will be clicking on this particular positive symbol, that is plus symbol. Okay, now here many things are available. So the varieties of things are available on this particular the content. So I am interested in, I need to import this particular toggle switch. So automatically with the help of certain voice commands, the toggle switch will be moving from 1 to 0, or it will be toggled from 0 to 1, and respectively we can say we can operate our devices. Now click on it. Once you click it, you need to give the name of the feed. So in your code we require this particular name of the feed, and based on that you can give any name, but that name should be reflected in your respective code that we are going to upload in your Node MCU. Now take an example, I have created multiple names over here, so I will be randomly selecting one of them. Take an example, this relay 5. So what is the name that you are going to provide, that you need to mention it here. Okay, here, and you can create it. Once it is created, it will be added over here. Now you need to select that respective feed name and simply click on the next step. Once you click on the next step, you need to provide the name of that particular block. Now take an example, I am operating the lamp or lights. Okay, so I'll be writing it as in lights. Okay, this particular button, okay, the soft content button is to operate the light or lamp. So instead of providing this nomenclature on and off, I'll be following 1 to start the fan or turn the fan, the lights on, and 0 to turn the lights off. After that, now say it will be reflected here 1 and 0, and now you can click on the create block. Now once you click on the create block, it will automatically created a soft button, and that can be toggled from 1 to 0 and 0 to 1. Now click on it. Now see, it will be toggling. Now the status is now currently on. If I am again clicking on it, it will be toggled to the 0. It means off condition. So in this way, depends on our requirement or depends on number of appliances that you need to interface with your Node MCU. Based on that, you can import n number of here toggle switches, isn't it? Now take an example. I'll be again taking another toggle switch, okay, and select any name, feed name, but that should be reflected in your program as well, okay. Or suppose I'll be selecting this light next. Now here provide as a fan on, or instead you can say the fan. I need to operate the fan. Now I can press right 1 to turn it on and 0 to turn it off, and I creating that particular block. Now see, to operate the light, I have designed this particular toggle switch, and to operate the fan, I have designed or imported this particular toggle switch. Now what else I needed from this particular IO-Adafruit IoT portal? If you are observing here, you are having one option, a key symbol you are observing here, that is your secret IO-Adafruit key, and this is the kind of credential we required to get the access on this particular dashboard. So I am simply clicking on this particular key symbol, and you are getting your username and the respective active key on which you are going to operate or take the control over this particular IO-Adafruit web portal. So I need to simply copy this particular active key and I need to paste it in a respective code. So let me show you the respective code. So you need to open your Arduino IDE, and I have here taken the code of respective home automation. I have written it. Now initially what you need to do, you need to import associated directories required. So ESP8266 Wi-Fi and Adafruit respective MQTT. So as we know, this particular experimentation, it can be used this MQTT protocol, isn't it? The message queuing telemetry transport protocol. So it's a publish subscriber kind of protocol, and it's very lightweight protocol, and with the help of this particular protocol we can send and receive the commands over internet, isn't it? Now after that we can say that I have used here the feed name. As I mentioned, in your IO-Adafruit I have given certain feed names. So relay 1, relay 2, relay 3, relay 4. The same names should be reflected in your respective environment, that is IO-Adafruit environment, and that can be connected to the respective pins of your Node MCU. So D1, D2, D3 and D4 are the 4 respective pins of your Node MCU. So we can interface here 4 respective appliances at the output. What is else given? You need to provide here your SSID name of your Wi-Fi, okay, that is the name of your hotspot that you need to give here, and the associated credential, that is the password of this respective hotspot or Wi-Fi, that you need to provide it here to give the respective authentication of it. What else you require? So what is the content I have just shown, that is the content of your Adafruit IO setup. So very first thing you require, you need to define what is the name of your server, okay. So your server name is, DNS name is your io.adafruit.com. So you need to just take the control or use this particular server on which the respective commands can be fetched or sent and received it, and you need to mention their respective server port number. So 1883 is the respective port number for the IO-Adafruit server. Next, you require your username, that is the credential of your Adafruit. So I have mentioned it, and along with that you need to just provide here the AIO key, that is your Adafruit key, that is the authentication key. Just I have shown it here, isn't it? So depends on your requirement, you can regenerate n number of multiple keys, okay, but that particular key should be here pasted, isn't it? And after that your actual task starts. So before this particular code, let me show all the settings. So after this key you have taken it, now you are almost done with the setting of this Adafruit. What else I require to take the decisions over the cloud? I require another cloud as an IFTTT. IFTTT is simply is a if this then that. Okay, if the input condition is satisfied, then it will perform the output task. So it is just like a kind of if else statement. It's a very interesting and a very useful cloud application. Again, what you need to do, you need to create here your respective credential to log on to this particular cloud. So once you log into this particular cloud, you need to click on this particular option as in create. Okay, so you need to create here n number of multiple applets. So take an example, if I want to turn on the lights, I need to create one application, that is applet, and another to turn it off. Again I needed another applet. So means to operate one appliance, I need to here create two different applets to turn on the device and to turn off the device respectively. Now let us see how we can create this particular applet. Click on this create button. Once you click on a respective create button, it will be showing this particular name, that is if this then that. And if you are observing, the input will be represented by plus this, means you need to provide input by clicking on this particular option. Output will be connected to that, but initially it is not activated. So once you giving the input, then and then only that will be, that is output will be activated. Now let us see how you can provide the input. Click on it. Now you need to select what would be your input thing on which you are providing your voice command, because your practical is associated with your voice operated home appliances, isn't it? So your input is nothing but your Google Assistant. On your mobile phone you have your Google Assistant application, so you need to here search the Google Assistant application, and that can be considered as the input to this particular IFTTT. Now click on the Google Assistant. You need to select any one of the options. So I will be selecting one simple one, that is say a simple phrase. Now clicking on it. Now it will ask what do you want to say. Now these are the kind of voice command that you are providing to turn the devices on or off. Now suppose I will be saying lights on. Okay, so if I am saying lights on, the respective lights can be turned it on. Okay, or any other way to say it is the optional one, you can provide it, depends on your requirement. Suppose I am saying turn on the lights. Okay, again you can say another option, okay, that is the optional one. Okay, depends on the requirement, you can provide it. And what do you want the assistant to say in a response? So that is the kind of acknowledgement you are getting. If I am saying lights on, I will be getting a response from the Google Assistant. So what would be that response? You need to write it here. So I am writing this as an OK, turning on the lights. If I given the command on a Google Assistant as a lights on, I will be getting the acknowledgement from the Google Assistant as OK, turning on the lights, and now your action would be triggered. Now you need to create on this click on this particular option as a create trigger. Once now you click on the create, now see the input is now taken. So this is the symbol of Google Assistant, input is Google Assistant, what would be your output? Now output will be represented as in plus that. Okay, means you need to give your output. So what is your output? Your output is nothing but what are the soft buttons we have created in your IO Adafruit, isn't it? Now what you need to do, click on that and search for the Adafruit. Now here the Adafruit is already available. Now click on the IO Adafruit. You need to select this option, the send data to Adafruit IO. Now see, what are the feeds we have created in your IO Adafruit? Same feeds will be observed under this category IFTTT. Now if I am clicking on this feed names, so what is the number of names, feed names I have created, all things will be here represented. So depends on my requirement, I can select any feed. Okay, now relay 5 is the feed I have selected. So the respective button, so this first button for light is for relay 5. Okay, so I need to send what number or command to turn the devices on. So I'll be simply send the data as a 1. Okay, when I say it's a 1, the device will be turn it on, and I can click on create an action. Once now you click on the option, now you need to finish it. Now once you click on finish it, you need to go to the setting here. You can observe the setting over here. So what is the setting you have done? You can just simply see the content over here. Okay, you can check the kind of activities done. Okay, you can click on check now whether the respective applet you have created is successfully running or not. You can check it with the help of this check now button. What is this configuration you have done? Lights on, you are getting a response as an OK, turning on the lights. Okay, all the things will be shown 1. If it is turned on, means you are providing 1 as a control signal. Okay, and you need to save it. Okay, so this is a particular applet can be generated automatically to turn the lights on. Now see, now your first, if you click on the home, this particular applet will be now ready. Now see, I'm talking about this particular first applet. If you say lights on, then send data to relay 5. So which data can be sent? As a 1, means your lights can be turned it on. In the same way, you need to create the new applet to turn the lights off. Now click on this create option again, follow the same procedure, but instead of sending the data as a 1, you need to send the data as a 0. Now provide the input, click on this plus symbol. Now here input is your Google Assistant. Select the Google Assistant, select the first option and say a simple phrase. Now what do you want to say? I need to say it's a lights off. Okay, second one I can say turn the lights off. Okay, so I'll be getting a response from the Google Assistant as OK, turning off the lights, and I need to click on a create trigger. Okay, the input is given as your Google Assistant. Now you need to give your output. Okay, your output is nothing but your IO Adafruit. Okay, select the Adafruit, send the data to the Adafruit. Now you need to select the same feed that we have selected earlier for lights, the relay 5 we have selected, and now what kind of data you need to send to turn off the lamp as a 0. So that particular 0 you need to enter. Now yes, now you got your applet, and if you say lights off, then the data can be sent as 0 to relay 5. I can click on a finish, but you need to check it again by visiting, go to the settings, and you need to check whether this applet is properly working or not. You need to click on check now. you are getting here the option. Now see, you are getting the acknowledgement as check completed, means this applet is working fine. Now you can save it. So in this way, now if you click on a home, you are getting here two respective applets. The first one, if you are saying lights on, then the data 1 can be sent to the feed, that is the relay 5, which is this one. And if I am saying lights off, then the data 0 can be sent to this particular soft button and it will be turn it off. So these are the two respective cloud supportings we needed. It is IO Adafruit and IFTTT. Okay, so I'll show you the demo on a hardware platform, how I am going to send or give the voice commands and how the devices can be operated. Now let us see. Okay, so now see, I have a simple Node MCU connected, and I have used one simple LED, and which is connected on D1 port, and that is anode is connected to the D1 port and cathode is connected to the ground terminal. Okay, so simple LED, and I'm just going to operate it with the help of the Google Assistant, IFTTT and IO Adafruit, and I have just given the power with the help of the USB cable. Okay, so what is the first task you need to do? You need to simply visit to the manage device manager, and you need to check on which port your Node MCU is connected. So on COM port 4 this particular Node MCU is connected. So open the particular code in Arduino IDE and you need to select the respective Node MCU, that is the kind of board you are going to upload your program, and which is connected on which port. So it is currently connected on COM port 4. So I need to simply upload your code. So I am simply opening your serial monitor to check the status whether you are connected, and take care that your device, your Wi-Fi should be turned on. So that this particular Node MCU is trying to connect over the Wi-Fi protocol. Okay, so I am simply uploading it. Now if I am sending a command from my mobile phone to operate this particular LED, so I can say that lights on.
Okay, turning lights on.
Now see, the respective LED is now turned on. Now if again I want to turn the LED off, I can again send the command as a lights off. Lights off.
Okay, turn lights off.
So in this way the respective device can be operated. Again I'll just show you once again. Lights on.
Okay, turning lights on.
Yes, now the lights is on. Lights off.
Okay, turn lights off.
Okay, so in this way you can operate any appliances. I have only shown here a simple LED. You can interface so many n number of appliances to this particular IoT development board, that is your Node MCU, and you can simply give the commands over your Google Assistant to turn the devices on and off. Thank you. Now let me show you. I have designed this particular experimental setup, and if you are observing this here, I have used here Node MCU, and I have connected here LED to turn this particular LED on off. I will be sending the command from my mobile phone. The buzzer, and below the buzzer I have the relay, electronic relay I have connected to the respective CPU fan, and which is powered by the 9-volt battery. Okay, so let us see the demo. So I'll be sending the audio commands from the Google Assistant from my mobile phone, and let us see whether these devices can be operated automatically. Lamp on.
Okay, starting lamp on.
Now see, I have sent this particular command. I think you might be observed here, lamp on, and I'll be getting the response from the Google as OK, starting lamp on. In the same way, if I want to turn off this particular LED, I can send the command as a lamp off. Lamp off.
Okay, turning off lamp.
Okay, and now if you are observing, the lamp is now it is off condition. In the same way, if I am sending suppose the command as a buzzer on, it will send turn the buzzer on. Buzzer on. Yes. Now again I am sending the command to turn off this buzzer. Buzzer off. Yes, now the buzzer is off. And now the third one, to turn on the fan, I can simply say fan on. It should rotate, start rotating. Fan on. Now see, the fan is now rotating. And again, if I want to turn off this particular fan, I can say as a fan off. Okay, fan off. Now see, the relay is off and automatically the fan will stop rotating. So in this way we can operate any devices which can be interfaced with the Node MCU. Thank you.